Father General and Father Carroll, I would like to thank you in particular for travelling from Rome to honour us with your presence. We are celebrating 150 years of Jesuit education in Limerick. We all realise that it is an enormous challenge for Father Adolfo to lead the Jesuits. He is the 29th successor to Ignatius and the 7th Spaniard to have been elected Superior General. We thank him for being here, and we wish him every joy and success in carrying out his duties. I tried to see if Father Adolfo had any connections with Ireland, but the best that I could come up with was that he was ordained on St. Patrick's Day in 1967 and briefly thought about taking the name Paddy in religious life. Again, Father Adolfo, we would like to thank you especially for coming here and joining us in our celebrations for our sesquicentenary, and we look forward very much to hear what you have to say. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry I never looked for my Irish connections. Well, I don't need to repeat that I am really delighted to be here today with you all. Thank you for the warm Irish welcome I am receiving, especially being the first time to Ireland. I see that all the good rumors I had heard about Ireland are true. I greet the Bishop of Limerick, His Excellency Donald Murray, and warmly thank you for your presence, as well as all of you here. Priests of the diocese, some of whom have been educated here at Crescent. I also greet my Jesuit confreres who are here today. They are men of patience. They would meet me in Dublin, but still they come here. Many young men from Limerick joined the Jesuits over the years, and that means that the contribution of this city to the growth of the order in Ireland is much valued. So we owe very much to Limerick. We hope, of course, that more will follow in their footsteps. Some students listening. I also greet all the teachers here and the school staff, the headmaster and former headmasters, both Jesuit and lay, and the deputy principal and her predecessors also. I have heard, certainly here since I arrived, but even before I left Rome, of your dedication and your commitment to the Jesuit vision of the school, and how much you yourselves have taken that vision on board and are developing it. And I look forward to meeting you afterwards, whatever time we have. Greetings also to the members of the board who play such an important role, to past pupils and the parents. It really is a wonderful gathering, so I feel very much at home and very much supported by all of you here. And I greet the current pupils as well. And I would like to say that you are what it is all about. If Jesuits are in education, and we have been in education for 460 years by now, I guess, it's because of you. You are the reason why we are here today. Even if the teachers don't tell you, they are here for you. They love you, and we all love you. So the students give meaning to our education and our efforts, and I'm sure that the parents here know what that means. The sesquicentenary of the college provides me with an opportunity to reflect on Jesuit education in Limerick, and indeed in Ireland as a whole over the past 150 years. But the Jesuit mission in Ireland and in Limerick has an even longer history than 150 years. To complete the presentation, it goes right back to 1542, when Father Brue and Father Salmeron were sent as papal nuncios shortly after the foundation of the Society of Jesus in 1542. Bruet was from France, and Salmeron, like myself, was from Spain. They did not stay long, and when they got back to Rome, they had some quite uncomplimentary things to say about the Irish. But we know that Frenchmen and Spaniards have been wrong many times. Nevertheless, some 30 years later, Father David Wolf, mentioned earlier, briefly established a school in Limerick, but persecution and the later penal laws made this and all such undertakings extremely perilous. Roots were put down only to be hurriedly taken up again. Only in the 19th century, so we come back to 150 years, and then only gradually did it become possible to lay foundations for the kind of wide-ranging educational enterprise in which the Irish Jesuits and their numerous lay collaborators have since been able to engage. Here in the Crescent, in Congloves, in Belvedere, and Gonzaga, as well as in St. Declan's in Dublin, in Kološte Ignoich, is it correct? and Skol Ignoich in Galway. I should remember, finally, Tulavec, amalgamated with Congloves as long ago as 1886, and Mangret and other Limerick schools. The other Limerick school closed in 1974, and for which there is still so much affection, which is a very good testimony to the meaning of the school. Perhaps there are even people here today with Mangret roots. Jesuit education in Ireland, of course, also spans third level with the Milltown Institute and the National College of Ireland. These institutions, covering all three educational levels, are themselves part of a vast worldwide network of some 850 Jesuit schools and universities in 68 countries, employing almost 130,000 teachers and administrators and serving almost 2.5 million young people. Such a vast outreach reflects the commitment to education of Jesuits. Therefore, you are part of that network worldwide, from Manhattan to Malawi, from Rome to Rio de Janeiro to Kamakura or Hiroshima. From the small, simple refugee school in Sudan, run by the Jesuit Refugee Service, to the sophisticated school in the Paris suburbs, that is the range of Jesuit education, and you are part of it. And that is perhaps my first preliminary point. In an age of great introspection for the Irish Church, this Jesuit international vision has probably something to contribute to the Irish Church today. It is not for me to spell that out in detail. You will know better how to do that because you are here on the ground. But the international Jesuit network is key, even for our own commitment